I'm kind of I'm legit like worried that we are not be able to make it there. There we go. I think oh my god. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Arash. We're going to continue our flight around the world in Cessna 172. Today we have a very early morning flight going out from Nuuk to Kulusuk in Greenland. This is going to be one of the most challenging flights that we've had so far because there's a big storm that is coming in and it's gonna hit Kulusuk, and it's going to be very bad. And then we have very high mountains along our way in Greenland, so we have to avoid them, and then icing conditions. So I'm not quite sure if we can actually make it there on time and successfully for real. Like it's very challenging. I'm very nervous about it. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully we can get there. So let's fire up the aircraft and get going. We're going to take off from runway 23. This is our runway chart in Nuuk, Greenland, and this is our flight to the other side of this country, Kulusuk. Let's start taxi. And here we go. Airspeed active. $16 knots. Ooh. I'm going to actually have a right turn here because we have mountains on our left side. And flaps up. Okay. Heading set. Okay, we should be out of the clouds pretty soon, hopefully, based on what I see on the map, weather map. So we are here, taking off from here, and this is the storm that we have to race against, and our destination is here, so good luck to us, I guess. We're going to have a lot of turbulence in this flight. Wow, that is crazy. Okay, now we have frost. All of a sudden frost started. Hey, good morning, Silver Pear. We are having very bad conditions. It's very turbulent. The autopilot can't handle this turbulence at this point, and I just faced icing, which I wasn't expecting this soon. And we have high mountains in front of us, and I don't see anything outside. It's overcast, no moonlight. So I don't know, I'm in doubt that we can actually make it to the other side of Greenland. I don't know, like, I mean, in normal conditions, you shouldn't fly in this weather, period. Like, I have to head back, but if I don't fly, the conditions are not gonna get any better. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm kind of, I'm legit like worried that we are not be able to make it there. Especially, I mean, there's a lot of like different conditions that are against us. This coming storm from south, and freezing condition, clouds on top of us, no visibility basically, and high mountains in front of us. If we didn't have the mountains, it would be much easier. So if only if we can actually cross Greenland, the rest of them would be much easier comparatively. Hey, we have a new follower. And enter Team Carry. Did I say it right? Enter Team Carry or Carry. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome aboard. You have joined us in our flight around the world in Cessna 172, and this is so far has been the craziest flight we've had. So this is the flight around the world. We are in leg 8 right now, crossing the Greenland, and we basically started from Toronto, and this is our future path. So this is our approximate flight path, and we are around here, so we're gonna have clear sky, but then the crazy part starts basically in the second half. Okay, I'm gonna try 11,000, but we're gonna whoa, I can't even aim for that altitude knob. Jesus. 11, okay. 200. Yeah, these are like weird features. I don't think they are real, to be honest, because this is like at the middle of nowhere, really, in Greenland, and I don't think they have like very accurate satellite imagery. So these like huge things. I mean, based on my true VFR maps, we don't have like mountains like this going above 10,000. Like the highest ground is like 9,000 and way ahead of us, not here. Wow, okay. I have to go and flying again. Okay, autopilot is engaged. Jesus. We are literally falling out of the sky. I'm gonna try to avoid these boulders. Jeez, look at this. They're so high. No wonder we're getting this turbulence around them. Yeah, these can't be real. This is totally like an anomaly in the flight sim. Like these, yeah, sure, I can buy that, but these are like weird features that can't be in this part of the world. I don't think so. I don't have such huge structure in my VFR map anyway. Again, this is like at the middle of the nowhere, so they probably don't even have like high resolution satellite imagery. It's so alien. Look at our ground speed, 68. Hello, good morning, Haneki-chan. How are you? Okay, we reached 14,000 feet, the highest we've flown in this series of flights around the world. I don't know if it helps really. I mean, the turbulence is still very strong. I don't think I can go even higher than this really. And we've reached I think we only have 2 hours and a half, 2.5 hours of fuel. See, I'm constantly monitoring the weather and the icing condition here. Like I want to make sure that we can actually make it there. But let's see what's going on here. Yeah, so even in this area, like basically these parts, even right down to the ground, you can see that we have icing condition. So I'm not sure what we can do really at this point. Let's see if we see any icing here. The cloud is trying to retrieve. Yay, that's sun. Okay, I'm gonna actually head. Wow, clear sky over there. Okay, I'm gonna head over there and see. Oops. Actually, I don't think we can make it there, can we? There we go. I think it was basically inevitable. Hey Stash Effect, surprised your engine didn't stall with this icing condition. It was inevitable, like, yeah, I'm gonna see what happens. I mean, it's not like severe icing condition, but based on what I see on the weather data, weather maps, but it is, yeah, obviously visible moisture in the air, sub-zero temperatures, but I don't know how long I can go. I'm hoping that if I can reach this waypoint, Ostan or something like that, whatever it's called, this waypoint, I can basically go down to the sea level and see if that can save me. No one has any suggestions? Should we cheat? Should I change the weather so we can see and get rid of the ice? Or should I completely reset this leg of the flight and try it another time? Only 2,000 feet to the ground. Keeps pushing me to the left. Come on guys, hit me up. Tell me what you prefer to see. Oh my god. And we're done. And we're done. Oh well. Hello, this is Arash. Thank you for joining this stream today. We are going to have a different flight for this evening. As you might know already, we are on day 8 of our flight around the world, and this is actually our second try. If you have watched my previous flight on Saturday morning, we had some strange things going on, and an accident happened. Basically, I was flying, I was very close to our destination for day number 8, Kulusuk in Greenland, and basically we hit, it was completely expected because we had snowfall, precipitation in general, and overcast condition in our destination, and basically we had to enter the icy weather condition. But I was flying using my Jeppesen charts, so I was navigating using that those charts which are based on real life, as far as I can tell. And out of nowhere, a mountain just appeared in front of me. and which wasn't supposed to be there. And unfortunately, I hit the mountain. I tried to control the aircraft and basically dodge the mountain, but yeah. Anyway, the clips, the video is in my channel. There's like a 30 seconds video of the accident as well. Regardless, I went back there like in the sim with clear sky, and to see what was going on. And there were some basically weird mountains that are not supposed to be there. Like I don't know how they are there, but they are so strange, like those bizarre structures that we've already seen in the sim so far. And I think most likely is because it's like at the middle of nowhere in Greenland, right? There is no high resolution satellite imagery from that area. So the sim has basically created these weird structures of like columns of rocks just going to the sky. Like at some point I was actually flying at 14,000 feet with real weather, and in the first part of the flight, and basically there was these mountains going above 14,000 feet, which absolutely not real in Greenland. Like we know that the maximum height at the northern part of Greenland is like 10,000 feet, and I wasn't even close there. So the maximum height of mountain in that area was around 9,000, 8 to 9,000, but I was flying at 14,000, but I could see these massive rock going above 14,000 feet. Anyway, so one of those things appeared when I was very close to Kulusuk, to the east coast of Greenland, and I still had the 2,000 feet clearance. Basically, the minimum was 4,000 feet in that area because I have the GPS location, and I'm actually working on a video to replicate that scenario again the clear sky basically, and probably I will report it as a bug to Asobo or Microsoft, whatever, as a bug, so they can fix it. They're not gonna fix it anytime soon, because like it's there are so many other places that are more populated and people are more interested. So, but I still have to report that issue. Anyway, so the minimum was 44,000 feet, and I was flying at 7,000 feet. So let's say even like the minimum was 5,000, okay? So I still had 2,000 feet clearance to the ground, and then this mountain, boom, appeared right in front of me. And of course I didn't have any visibility. It was like completely overcast, and I was flying into the mountain, in the clouds, and I had no visibility. So yeah, that's what happened. Hey Crosby, how you doing? How's flying been going? Yeah, so I'm on day 8, and we are gonna repeat day 8. I don't know if you watched the previous stream, the recording of it, but I don't know how much of my explanation you heard. I basically explained the whole thing. So it was very rough condition. It was the most challenging flight I've had so far. It was like super turbulent, icing condition, precipitation. Like it was insane. The first half was good, so almost. Yeah, you heard the last part. No worries. Just got to redo. Yeah, no worries. So yeah, basically I have to redo it, but because this is the part that I was going to get to. Because of these weird buggy issues that are in this part of the world in flight sim, right? I was actually talking to a few of my friends and my partner, and we concluded that because these bugs, it's not real, right? And Microsoft probably they're not gonna fix this these like weird structure like mountainous things that are not in real life and you can't see them on your VFR charts. So there are couple of options here, right? Either we have to wait until, I don't know, like when, until the weather gets better, which is not gonna happen probably until summer, or because I've already flown in real weather in this part of the world and I was almost reached to my destination. So basically I have flown in real weather for this leg of the flight, the Greenland flight. So this time I'm gonna try redo it, but in not real weather. So it's still real time, but not real weather, because the whole point of this flying around the world is to basically seeing the sceneries, right, and enjoying the the beauty of the nature. But if you're flying in the cloud, you don't see anything. It's so boring. I will still do it as long as my VFR charts match with the terrain and the mountains and stuff in the sim, right? So yeah, exactly. That I'm glad you agree that it's fair. So I'm gonna do this, and then because I very basically I'm looking forward to reach to the exciting parts actually, which are reaching to Europe, Africa, and etc. and beyond that. If you want to wait here until I don't know when, this is not gonna happen. So let's get into it. With all that being said, I have some extra fuel in my auxiliary tank, and just in case, but we don't need it. I just have it in case. And then I put the weather as a scattered cloud, so we have like some beautiful scenery here, but again it's not gonna be like crazy weather like in real life, because I actually wanted to try it again with real life, but no, it's very bad. Like I actually signed up for the paid version of Meteo Blue website, which is the company that provides the weather data to flightsim. This website, yeah, as you can see there, it's not good at all. Like I even thought about going around Greenland, so I completely avoid these like unnatural mountains and stuff. Still, like I can't avoid icing really, so I either have to. It's not good. It's not gonna be anytime. It's not gonna be flyable in this aircraft anytime soon. So yeah, let's get to the flight and do this part, and then for the rest of the legs, we go back to the real weather and everything like that. Hey Boots, how you doing? Looks good to me. Ready for takeoff? Okay. Big drama. Hopefully weather is good. It was a dramatic thing, yeah. Here we go. Airspeed active. relative rate. I'm gonna have a right turn here because we have these mountains on our left. I also have these bots for landing, so we'll see how this works. Like before I land, we should be able to like predict the landing rate. I put the commands in my profile. I mean, it's not gonna be for the next 3 to 4 hours, but anyway, using that.
Charlie Alpha 008 climb and maintain 9,800 feet.
Climb and maintain 9,800 feet, Araj Charlie Alpha 008.
Okay. Let me see. So the commands are basically, where is it? Chatbot. Exclamation mark predict, and then the feet per minute of vertical speed. So you can predict at what rate I'm gonna land. Also, if there are other commands, for example, route. Let's try that. I want to make sure that it works. Here we go. That's our route. So the chatbot works. That's good. Okay, 9,000. Yeah, I'm hoping that the
Charlie Alpha 008, please expedite your climb to 9,800 feet.
I'm hoping that the prediction command also works. For example, I'm gonna put my prediction. So I'm gonna say exclamation mark predict, and then I'd say what, 80? Okay, we have one entry. I'd say I land at 80 feet per minute. And then if we have like multiple entries, whoever that guesses the closest to my landing rate, that person would be the winner. The other commands are like ETE shows the current estimated time en route. Exclamation mark METAR, that would be the current weather report for the given weather station. But of course, because that would work if we are on real weather right now, it would be like just standard weather if you type that. Arrival shows the arrival airport. Departure, DEP, like DEP, shows departure airport. It's on my all of these commands for flight commands basically on their chat bot in my profile. I'm still learning about all of these commands, so they are not as sophisticated as I wanted to be. I forgot about that one. I think stream element basically shows my flight route after a certain amount of time if there are enough activity in the chat as well, as a reminder basically. So we have 2 guesses for my landing so far. Is there in-flight movie too? I'm working on it. Actually, we do have in-flight movie. I can show the dramatic moment of my last flight. How about that? Once we reach our cruising altitude, I will show the accident from the last flight. That's a good flight entertainment, right? It wouldn't scare the current passengers. Is the internet good enough to stream video on the plane? Fancy. Yeah, we have satellite communication. We have dedicated high bandwidth stream capability, if that makes sense. It's a virtual airline that we have. We also have onboard movies as well, so we're good. We are in good hands. Don't worry. So I was too busy with this leg of the flight and other things. Let me make sure that we're good here. Okay. But so far, I'm 100% sure that this part of the flight will change once we reach Europe. So instead of going from France to Spain, I'm going to continue towards east and fly to, after Paris, we're gonna fly to Frankfurt and then Munich, and then I'll fly basically through the Alps. And there is a passage here that we can actually reach to Innsbruck. This is a very famous airport, so I'm gonna fly through this basically valley, and that would be one of our destinations, Innsbruck. And then from here, this is a very narrow path. I'll fly down to, if I can see it here, but yeah, that would be in Italy. Here, there's an airport here. So from Innsbruck, we're gonna take this canyon or valley or whatever it is and fly basically this path all the way to Bolzano, or if I'm mistaken, right? And from here we continue to Trento and beyond. And then we go back to Milan towards west, Nice, and then go to Spain. I think we shouldn't miss the beauty of the Alps for sure. Like, we need to go through this passage. Basically we need to hand fly all of this path. It's very narrow, so it will be very exciting and beautiful. I'm loading up the stream from Saturday morning and bringing up the exact moment. Okay, I have it here. I was kind of feeling it, you know, like I had this anxiety in my head. I was like, I'm gonna hit something, like it's so weird. I couldn't see anything, and then I was asking people in the chats, like, to ask for their opinion, what we need to do, or what should we do. Should I like completely cancel the flight and redo that part, or you know, or just change the weather and get rid of the icing condition and stuff like that, so we can actually see where we are going, because it was very dangerous. I was saying that I don't want to hit a mountain or something, because I had seen bizarre mountains along the way. I was like, I knew that this part of the world is not as realistic as the other parts are. So I was just worried that one of those massive mountains might appear at that part as well. So, and that happened. Hey Milad, 007. Am I from Iran? Originally, yes, but I'm not living in Iran right now. In fact, for the last 15 years, I've been in Canada. But yes, that's where I'm originally from. Okay, we are almost at the cruising altitude. Whoa. Autopilot disengage. Let's gain some speed here. Okay, continue. Oops. Why does it do that? I wish the autopilot on Cessna was a little bit more sophisticated. Heading, altitude, nav, good. It's gonna stall again. Come on, you can do it. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm gonna actually request for lower cruising altitude. Let's fly at 8,000.
Center Mirage Charlie Alpha 008.
It's weird.
Request 2,000 feet.
Well, we are actually heavy right now, so makes sense. Are you serious now? Okay, I'm gonna actually level out here since we are here. So we have so much fuel on board, so that's probably why. Pilot nav, come on, hold it, hold it. $9,800. Okay, very good. Anyway, so we were talking about the video. Actually pause the music. Okay, so as you can see here, I was descending. I had no choice anyway because I was all iced up, so I was choosing going through this path based on sky vector charts. So I was here in this area, right? And as you can see, the minimums are 4,000 here, right? And even if it was I had already passed the 5,000 part. So I double checked the GPS location of the accident. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I was here in the 4000 part. And now let's review it. Let me just make sure that we are good here. Yeah. You probably have to adjust your volume here. Or should I completely reset this leg of the flight and try it another time? So again, this is a replay of the Saturday morning stream, and I'm asking the people in chat what we should do to the ground. Maybe I have to turn off my cam here so you can see my reaction. Keeps pushing me to the left. I hope you can hear it. Come on guys, hit me up. Tell me what you prefer to see. Oh my god. And we're done. And we are done. Okay, I think you didn't actually see my location on the map because the current map is on top of that map from Saturday night. But this is where I was, as you can see. Anyway, it was such a bummer. I'm going to unmute the sim again, so maybe you want to turn down your volume. 3, 2, 1. Anyway, this video is still, of course, on my stream, so Twitch channel, so you can watch it if you want, even before that the whole thing is up there. That was your in-flight movie request, Boots. I hope you're happy now. Today's flight won't be as long as Saturday's stream because we don't have the strong headwind that we were experiencing on Saturday. But I'm so excited for the rest of the path. Again, if anyone is new in the chat, this is our plan to fly around the world in Cessna 172. We took off from Toronto, Ontario, and we went to Kingston, Ontario, Montreal, Quebec, Sepile and Schefferville, and then up all the way to Iqaluit in Nunavut. Flew to Nuuk, Greenland, and this is our current leg of the flight. We are heading to Kulusuk. Once we reach there, we go to Iceland. We're gonna actually, I have to update this. We're gonna land in Reykjavik, and from here I'm gonna actually, instead of these Faroe Islands, because there are in real life there are airports here, but I don't have the mod yet, and to be honest, I'm very busy with my real life work. I don't have time to install extra add-ons to add the airports here. So instead, I'm gonna fly from Reykjavik to one of the towns on the east coast of Iceland, and from there we're gonna fly to Wick in Scotland, this city here, and then we will continue our flight throughout Europe. And of course this part will be updated. I'm gonna fly to Frankfurt, Munich, and then fly through the Alps into Italy, and then go to Spain and Africa. I'm flying the same flight plan as on Saturday, so we should be able to, at some point, I think halfway through, we will be able to see some of those weird massive mountains that are going to the sky, which are not real. They don't exist in real life in Greenland. I have the VFR charts from Jeppesen, and they don't show that. Plus, those kind of structure won't last in Greenland anyway. They get eroded so quickly because there are such huge, strong winds most of the time in the middle of Greenland, and they get eroded. They can't exist in real life, unless of course you have I don't know some sort of volcanic activity going on that creates those structures, but that doesn't exist at this point. Look at those mountains. We're flying at 11,000 feet right now. And the highest point in this area, based on Jeppesen maps, are 9,000. There's no way that these mountains can reach to 11,000 feet. Microsoft needs to fix this, to be honest. But probably that's not going to happen anytime soon. Right up in the middle of nowhere, Greenland. doesn't happen like occasionally. You get this. They keep coming in. How can you have such a huge geological structures in this harsh environment? They get corroded so quickly. Like within a few hundred years or something. I don't know. 1,000 years. There are so like very strong winds in this area. We've seen these glitches like in other parts of the world, so especially here, there are not much of high resolution satellite imageries. Of course, this happens more often. Rising up again. I think this is too much cloud for this part of the world. I need to get it done. Let's just reduce them. Because we already... Yeah, there we go. Oh, I changed the time of day to 1. Altitude. Why does it do that? so annoying. Okay, I don't want you. Just hand fly it. Autopilot in Cessna 172, it only works in like perfect condition. Like as soon as you try to challenge it a little bit, it just screws up. Are you capable of holding me here? Give you another chance. See, it just shoots up to the sky for some weird reason I don't understand. Like seriously, I don't understand why it behaves like this. I wonder if it's an issue with how they've modeled this aircraft in FS 2020, or is it like actually that's how it like if it actually behaves like this in real life too. Hey Armin, how you doing? How's everything? Gucci, you? I'm good. I'm repeating my day number 8 flying across Greenland, because I flew this part on Saturday morning, and some dramatic things happened on the last part of the flight. I don't know if you've seen that part. Saturday morning's stream or no? No. I can actually show you. What happened? Yeah. So I was. Let me turn off my overlays here. Map off. Okay, now you can see the old map from Saturday. I mean, you should be able to when as soon as I play it. Oops. Yeah. So anyway, I was close to the destination, and I had like some very like extreme weathers basically. I had a lot of like crazy turbulence basically halfway through, and then I deviated to the north a little bit, as you can see at the corner here, in order to avoid the icing condition. But eventually I had to head down south in order to reach to my destination here, right? So I aimed this point on the map, as you can see, because it was at the sea level. So that was the closest path that I could take in order to reach to the sea level and get out of the clouds and icing condition. And I was using my VFR charts in order to see the, you know, to see the terrain, like if there are any mountains and stuff, and there was none. Basically, I mean, there were of course mountains, but like 2,000 feet below me. And if I fast forward a bit, I'm gonna go forward here. So let me turn off my current webcam. Windshield, yes. As you can see, there are so much ice, and I was losing performance of the whole aircraft, right? So I couldn't even continue really. So I was descending, and at 7,000 feet, remember, like the minimum was 4,000. Let's round it up to 5,000. Okay, let's say minimum was 5,000. So I still had 2,000 feet to the ground and the features, like any mountains or anything in that area. And as I was going, let me mute the thing, the sim, so you can actually turn up the volume and hear me out when I'm talking. You can turn up the volume. Kicking the aircraft. Any second now. No one has any suggestions? So I've been asking people to, should we cheat? Should I change the weather so we can see and get rid of the ice? So I had this gut feeling that something's gonna happen, right? Leg of the flight. I was basically asking for opinions, like should I restart the sim, or like should I just continue and change the weather, stuff like that, because I had this bad feeling. I couldn't see anything in front of me, and all of a sudden, only 2,000 feet to the ground. See, I mean, even announcing that there's 2,000 feet to the ground, still keeps pushing me to the left. me what you prefer to see. Oh my god. And we're done. And we're done. Anyway, yeah, that's what happened. So that was the drama. So I died on Saturday. Well, yeah, that's debatable. See, that's the thing I actually explained at the beginning of this stream, that according to the VFR charts that I have, there are no mountains like this. Like, see, right now I'm at 11,000 feet. Okay, the minimum in this area of Greenland is 8,000 feet. 8,000. I'm flying at 11,000, so 3,000 feet above the ground. Look at the mountains in front of me. They are higher than me. That is not real. That is not realistic. So this is a glitch in the sim. You're not Captain America to get you out 7 years later. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I was so upset about it. Did you report it? That's what I'm going to do. Actually, I went back. See, I wanted to actually double check. So I actually extracted my GPS location where it happened, and I'm gonna just actually report it as a bug. See, look at these mountains. Like that thing is above 11,000 feet. First of all, they don't exist on the VFR charts. Okay. Second, even if they do exist, they can't last. Like these structures, they get eroded so rapidly because this part of the Greenland has such strong high winds most of the year, and the erosion that happens in those kind of harsh conditions is so bad that basically you can't have mountains like this. They get like in a few hundred years or a couple of thousand years, they get eroded. You can only have such structures if you have, like, say, like, I don't know, active volcano, or like if you have rivers that eroding like canals and leave behind such structures. You cannot have. There is no way you can have such thing last for a long time in Greenland. They get eroded by the wind and the harsh condition, icing and stuff like that. So anyway, yes, I'm gonna report that to Microsoft as a bug. So because that crash happened due to the bug in the sim, I decided to repeat this part of the flight, but this time in not real weather, because I've already flown in real weather in this part, and the weather is not gonna get any better anytime soon. So I had a couple of choices, right? Either wait until weather gets better, which not gonna happen until next summer, or just only this part I'm gonna fly in like clear sky, alter the weather basically, and then continue with the real weather for the rest of the flight. Did you see that just appeared out of nowhere, this mountain, right? It wasn't there, and then boom, appeared. So anyway, that one I think goes up to 12,000 feet. That is so strange. Speaking of that, maybe I should keep climbing because I'm gonna hit those mountains. So yeah, this is not a short path anyway. So it's kind of a bummer to repeat that. Hey, uh, Wandatron, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Does this Cessna have autopilot? Yes, it has. It's actually on autopilot right now, but it's not a good autopilot. Like, it's so crazy. Like, most of the time on Saturday morning, I was actually flying, like hand flying, because as soon as you challenge this autopilot, it just screws up. It can't handle it. Hey, we have a new follower, Wandertron. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome aboard. And I'm good, thank you. I'm repeating this part of the flying around the world, as I explained earlier, because of the bug in the system. I believe it needs to be repeated. I explained it a couple of times in this stream. I basically hit the mountain during a heavy storm. I couldn't see anything, and I was looking at the charts, of course, to make sure that there is nothing in front of me, and there was none. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a mountain just appeared in front of me. Although I was thinking that I have like good clearance, at least like 2,000 feet to the ground, but yeah. Anyway, so I'm repeating this part of the flight, and just for your information, I can show you my future flight plans. I'm basically making some modifications because I have some additions to it. This is my flight plan. We took off from Toronto and went to Kingston, Ontario, Montreal, Quebec City, Sept-Îles, and then we went north to Schefferville, and again to Iqaluit in Nunavut, Canada, and from there we went to Nuuk in Greenland, and this is our current flight. We are crossing Greenland to Kulusuk, and then from there we will continue to Reykjavik in Iceland, from there to Wick in Scotland, and continue our path in Europe. And I'm gonna change this part as well. I'm gonna fly through the Alps, so that's the exciting part that I'm gonna reach. I'm gonna fly, and then this is the general path of the future flights. Okay, I think yeah, with this altitude we are not able to actually fly over these weird structures which are not real as far as we can tell based on the charts. I'm gonna fly to the right here. So once we pass this, yeah, basically, Armin, I'm getting better at this. Thank you. The thing is, like, even though I report this to Microsoft as a bug, I doubt it that they're gonna fix it anytime soon, right? Because like it's at the middle of Greenland, right? There is not much going on here. Like basically there are no cities really. I don't know, like maybe like indigenous population. I don't know about the history of it really, to be honest. But even if you look at the online current flights, not many people fly here anyway. So there are other parts of the world that have a lot of bugs that they need to fix, and they are like very populated areas, and people fly over those regions more often. So I think they go by priority, right? And even like if you look at their forums, when you report a bug, it gets voted. So because they have limited capacity, and those issues that have the highest number of votes, they get fixed sooner. So I don't think this is gonna get voted up that much compared to other issues that people have. But still, somebody has to report this, because like, yeah, like we are almost close to 12,000 feet, and this massive rock can't exist here. No, there's no way. Also, I have, I don't know if you noticed, I have some stream element commands. I'm still learning about the commands, but for example, you can say exclamation mark ETE, that's estimated time en route, and it tells you that estimated time en route, the remaining time on flight is 1 hour and 41 minutes. And like we have yeah, exclamation mark route, that tells you the current flight plan. And there is a game that I have. It's, I mean, it's not a really sophisticated game. Yeah, if you look at the if you look at my profile in on Twitch, under chat bot, you can see the flight commands. One of them is exclamation mark predict, and then you can predict my landing speed, not the speed like vertical speed. So like, let's say you would expect me to land at like 100 feet you know, per minute. Then you would say, you type exclamation mark predict space 100, and whoever after I land, whoever who has guessed the closest number, that person would be the winner. just a silly game, like of guessing. We have 2 entries so far. Look at this. Look at these walls. Like, how can they exist in this such a harsh condition, right? Do we get $50 Amazon gift card? Well, if I get rich one day, sure, I'll put prizes for the winner, but I'm not making money out of this. But that's a good suggestion for future. I'll do that when I have income from like, you know, streaming. I'm still pretty new, so look at this. This is Jefferson charts, right? This is like, in real life, pilots use these charts. I mean, not from this website necessarily, but like Jefferson charts, that's the go-to thing. And we are, if you look, we are around here, right? And the highest point is here, 8,000. See that line? This is 8,000 feet area. That means the highest ground you will find here is 8,000 feet. And I'm flying at 12,000 feet. There are still mountains in front of me that I need to fly in order to avoid them. Not a valid guess. What did you try to guess? Did you put a space between the predict and guess? Okay, I see what you did. You put predict and nothing in front of it. You have to say, you have to put space and then the number that you think. And again, like, guess something that is reasonable, right? Like, don't put like 500 feet per minute, because if you land with Cessna with 500 feet per minute, you you seriously damage the landing gears. So the lower the number, the softer the landing is, right? So if I do a good job, then I land like, let's say, below 100 feet per minute. That's the goal, you normally. But yeah, if you have like I don't know, wind shear, like things like that, like crosswind, they can affect your landing and you might screw up. You guessed 160. Okay, we'll see. Once we land, the winner will be announced. And we have a new follower. Hey, thank you very much, Freddy Mom. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome aboard. And look what happened. Yay, we reached our goal. Yay. I don't know what to do now. I'm at the middle of flight. We should celebrate this moment. Uh, let me see. Okay. I'm gonna shake my wings as like a aircraft dance. How's that for now? And then I can't do like crazy maneuvers with this Cessna at this altitude. I'm gonna crash. But once I land, I'll change to, I don't know, maybe like a acrobatic airplane, and then do barrel roll or things like that. But for now, let's do a airplane dance for reaching this goal. Okay, autopilot is engaged. Let's go outside and then do some wing shaking as a celebration to reaching our goal of 50 followers. I can't do more crazier than that. We are too high, like 12,000 feet is too high for this aircraft to do any crazy maneuver. Yay! Thank you everyone for the follow and for your support. It's much appreciated. We reached the goal. This is awesome. Thank you. You're the 50th follower. So you, what is it? Like, finish the goal. Thank you all so much, everyone. Let me go back to the autopilot here. Okay, very good. Very good. Anyway, I'll do a like a proper barrel roll and stuff with an appropriate aircraft once we land in Kulusuk. You're famous now? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to go a little bit higher because I don't know where it's getting dark and okay. By the way, since the sun is setting, look at this atmospheric phenomenon. As you can see, of course the sun sets in west, and you can see this weird darkness in the horizon, and yeah, it's a beautiful sunset. I mean, the sun just set like down here. You can't see it anymore. But here's the thing. that dark area that you can see in the horizon towards west is actually the shadow of Earth. The Earth is casting shadow on its own atmosphere, and that's one of the coolest things that I noticed when I was doing early morning flights. And it's crazy that how they've modeled this in this flight simulator. Of course, the Earth is blocking the sunlight that is illuminating the atmosphere up here. So there is no sunlight here. Of course, it's the shadow of Earth on its own atmosphere. That's why it's such a dark, like you can see very defined line here. And it's real, of course, like you can see it in real life. And that's crazy that they've done this modeling. It's very accurate. More sunset with some music would be nice. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go back to the music. Here. Of course, I have to keep the music, within the approved, playlist. No copyrighted music. So these are all like royalty free. And that's the moon right there. Of course, this part of the... Hey Honey Kitchen, welcome to the stream. This part of the world is not very exciting. Like there is not much to see really. I'm way more excited to reach to Europe, and flying through the Alps would be awesome, right? So again, I'm going to bring up my map for any new person who is joining the stream. So right now we are flying this part, like the red parts are we've been so far, and this is the leg 8 that we are flying. And from here we go to Iceland, and then to Scotland, and then England. This part I'm gonna change it. I'm working on it to update it, but I'm gonna fly to Germany, like Frankfurt, Munich, and then fly through the Alps. This would be very exciting to go through the canyons and valleys in the Alps, and then go to Italy. And this is the general overview of the future flight plan. Tough to hear your voiceover music. Is the music too loud, you mean? Because okay, I'm gonna lower it a notch. How's that now? They're blending? Okay, I see what you're saying. How's that now? Is it still too loud? Test 1, 2, 3. Audio check. Should I lower down the music more? I want to avoid to increase the gain of my microphone. Your voice, plane, and music are on the same level. Yeah, I can see that on my OBS audio mixer. I can lower the mixer in general like to minus 35 dB. How's that now? Better? Okay. Yeah, if I increase the gain of my microphone, then you might hear like other noises, like I don't know, like if I move my chair or like I don't know, keyboard clicking on my mouse. Those are annoying sounds. That's why I tend to not gain the, like increase the gain of the microphone. Now you should be able to see that phenomenon even more prominent. Like look at the shadow of Earth on its own atmosphere. I think we need to aim for 14,000 feet because see these mountains just keep rising. That is not correct. As I showed earlier, if in case anyone missed it, but this is the Jeppesen charts that we can see, and the highest ground in this part of the flight path, we are flying along this path, it's only 8,000 feet. And right now we are flying at almost 13,000 feet, and there are still mountains that are dangerously close to us. So, hey Microsoft, if you ever see this, please fix this. I also sent a bug report, so hopefully I can see this fixed soon. I'm going to fly the next part of the journey at night as well, because there is not much really to see. It's just ocean, right? So for this part from Kulusuk to Reykjavik in Iceland, I'll probably do a evening flight, because it doesn't really matter as long as the weather is good, of course, because I want to, if I want to put that for like a morning flight, I have to push it to the weekend, but I want to get to Europe as soon as possible. Again, if anyone is new, I've also incorporated these flight commands. For example, if you type !ETE, estimated time en route, it'll tell you how much time is left for this flight. Currently it's 1 hour and 21 minutes. Gonna stop for that traditional ham meal. Where in Iceland? I'm not sure. I don't know about it. I will if that's what you mean. Oh, Germany. Okay, yeah, for sure. The ham meal. Let me see if I can actually find a picture of it. That was one of the best meals, like spontaneous best meals I've ever had. Basically, I just trusted the person working at the restaurant, and I was like, hey, give me bring. I'm new, like I don't I can't read German, so because the menu that he gave me in Munich, I was in Munich, by the way, just as a story, background story. So the menu was in German, and I was like, hey buddy, like I can't read this, like I'll trust whatever you suggest. Bring me like traditional, of course, beer, like the best beer that you have, and a traditional Bavarian meal. And he brought, if I can find this picture, just bear with me. I have to go back to my album. Come on. Okay, I'm close. I took like a zillion pictures. Okay, here we go. To this day, I still don't know the name of it, but oh my god, it was the best. It was the best. Like, you just heard about it, never seen it? Okay. Yeah, this is the meal. Looks sick. Yeah. But I didn't know the name. Again, like I was like, dude, like I trust you. Just bring me your best, like the traditional Bavarian meal that you have, and your like house drink, whatever it is. And I blindly accepted it, and it did not disappoint me. It was the best. So yeah, I will stop again in the virtual world for that meal again. To answer your question. Okay guys, I'm gonna aim for 14,000 feet now. Those kind of experience are the best. I totally agree. Yes, I agree. And normally you will not get disappointed. Like, I mean, yeah, you might end up with something that is not I don't know how to say it, like it's not your favorite for some reason, but it's fine because most of the time you experience something entirely new that you would have never ever thought about it, right? Like, if you don't just trust your guts and go for it, yeah, you never experience that. Exactly. Do you want a Big Mac for the rest of your life? Yeah, exactly. If you don't try new things, you end up with Big Mac every day. It's getting dark and getting scary, to be honest. Like, I'm trying to reach to 14,000 feet and I still see weird structures here that can't exist in real life. Not complaining about Big Mac. Okay, let's go for a drone shot here. I want to explore that thingy. Oops. See, just... This is crazy. Let's go higher. Look how high these mountains are. So unrealistic. That's us, by the way. I wonder if like anyone is actually living in this part of Greenland. I'm sure they have like most likely they have like indigenous population, but where they live, I wonder. Like the entire Greenland's population is like 56,000 people. Wow. Can you imagine? Probably they all, I mean, of course, they only live in the coastal areas, like on the east coast and west coast. But I wonder, like, if anyone actually lives at the center part. If anyone knows, let me know. Like, I'm trying to do the research here while we are just cruising here. I don't see a map that shows the like population density throughout Greenland. What happened here? Look, it's glitching out here. Alright. Army, you're trying to the flight commands. The highest point in Greenland is 3,205 meters to, let me see, to feet. Only 10,000 feet. Well, 10,500 feet. And that's way in the, like much northern part, basically right at the center of Greenland and far from where we are flying. So I took off from Nuuk here. I'm going here, right? See, like this part is not as high as the center part. That's another proof that these are like glitches in the sim, these high mountains. Yeah, that's why I put the flight commands there for anyone try them. You already did the prediction, right? Yeah, okay. Are you still using the stick? Right now, no, it's on autopilot right now. It's pretty calm, so. Oh, overall, yes. I'm still waiting for my honeycomb alpha. When I receive that, that would be a game changer, of course. Yeah, it's non-existent right now. Like, you have to pre-order it. Honeycomb alpha. Okay, just 1 second. Here we go. Wow. it's not it's not the best, but it's like the um, based on the reviews, it's the best one that dollar per value. Like anything better than that would be insanely expensive. Anything like you have to, I don't know. It's like it's crazy. But this one, like one of the main features of it is that uh, like it has 90 degrees angle of rotation to both sides, which not many yokes have that. It's weird, but I don't know why they can't do that, or they don't. Uh, I, I don't know, like, but 90 degrees angle of rotation is the is the realistic thing, right? That's that is the correct way to do it. But not even way more expensive yokes. They sometimes they have like 45 degrees angle of rotation to the left and right. How much is an actual cockpit? Well, I there is no limit. Like I know this guy. I mean, not in real person, not in real life. One of the Twitchers. His channel name is One True Captain. He has a very cool 737 cockpit, and he has spent $40,000 US US dollars for his cockpit. And yeah, like there's another guy, Alpha. I can't remember his channel name. Golf Romeo or something like that, if I'm saying it right. But yeah, he even has a first officer seat in addition to all of the things, and two yokes which are connected. So like, and I was talking to him, and he's been building that for the last 11 years. So like he didn't build it overnight, like he didn't just buy it. Yeah, he slowly added stuff to it. Yeah, it's basically like a hobby, like an extreme hobby, I should say, right? I can't see anything. Can you? I mean, based on the VFR charts, there shouldn't be anything in front of us, but I don't know how much I can trust FS 2020 with these glitches that we've seen so far. Just for more visibility, I'm gonna turn on the lights here. At least in the last second, if one of those unrealistic mountains appear in front of us, we can see it, right? And then and then boom, done. Similar to that foggy condition. Estimated time en route 1 hour. I can't go really higher than this, because then we will suffer hypoxia in real life. I mean, I don't think Cessna can go higher. We shouldn't need to go higher, but again, like I can't see things. Like, oh man, like Once we finish this leg of flight around the world, I would be so relieved. Like, I can't wait to actually reach Kulusuk. That is one of the reasons for these parts I kind of prefer to do early morning flights, although it's very difficult for me to get up early in the morning, but at least we can see things, right? You only have 8 lives left. Well, hey, if that thing happened again, we know as a fact that it's not my fault. So it's the Sim's fault. I can't do anything about it. I'm doing my best to go by rules and you know, don't do anything stupid, like I don't fly close to the ground, stuff like that. I have enough clearance, but still, why don't you just go over 20,000? Because it's a Cessna 172. First of all, it can't reach that altitude. Second, if you actually fly to that altitude, you'll suffer, you'll get hypoxia. Is that hypoxia? Am I saying it right? Hypoxia. It's like basically lack of oxygen. Yeah, hypoxia is a condition which the body or region of the body is deprived of adequate oxygen. So basically anything above 14,000 feet in standard pressure. So let's say like the altimeter is 29992, right? 14,000 feet is the maximum altitude that you can go without, for a normal person, for a normal healthy person, that you won't suffer from hypoxia. You can go higher than that, but slowly. You have to train your body. Like, of course, we know that some people fly Mount Everest without oxygen mask, and that's close to 30,000 feet. I think 29,000 something. But yeah, just rounded up to 30,000. You can do that, but slowly. You can't just jump on a plane and reach that altitude in 2 hours. You'll die, like seriously. Like you, first of all, you pass out. Well, not for you don't pass out first, but you will have the lack of judgment. You can see things, but you can't think to do something. And here's the fun thing. Look at this. Do you see this patch? Oh no, actually, never mind. I mixed it up. That's carbon monoxide. But anyway, there are these sensors, like you can put it on, similar to the ones that are in hospital, but they are like portable ones that work on a battery or something, and you put it on your finger, and it basically measures the amount of your blood oxygen, and you need to measure that constantly when you're flying like in high altitude in this aircraft. So yeah, if the pressure drops like at the sea level, let's say you have a low pressure system in the area, of course you have to fly lower in order to avoid hypoxia, or you have to constantly monitor yourself. And if your blood oxygen drops, you have to descend to lower altitude. Or if you have like I don't know, other conditions, like medical conditions, your capacity, like your lung capacity might be lower, so you might suffer from hypoxia even at lower altitude. So yeah, that's why I can't go to 20,000 feet. That would be much easier if I could, because there would be much less chances of icing, of course. I mean, sometimes it happens, but less chance for icing conditions. Higher speed, because the higher you go, the lower the density of the air. Therefore, you can go faster, less air resistance, right? But of course, you need to have like pressurized cabin for your aircraft, like this, you know, the mechanics of the airplane needs to be designed to fly in that high altitude. There's so much light here, like for my projectors. I have a hard time to even see my monitor. I don't think there is anything in front of us. And by anything, I mean mountains. What happened here? Did it just glitch out again? What? What is happening here? I hear you're thinking about writing a book. How's that going? What book? Where did you hear it? Hear that? Oh, I see what you're saying. Guys, I don't know what's happening here. Oh my god, can you believe this? Okay. I was so worried. Are we fixed now? Okay, we're good. I thought it glitched out. Anyway, we're close. We're close. Okay, 27 nautical miles to our next waypoint. And then after that, 56 nautical miles. 50 minutes to the destination. Okay, where are we? Well, can't see anything. But we're good. If we continue in this altitude, hopefully there are no glitchy parts in the sim, like unrealistic mountains in front of us. Double digit prime time flying. I didn't know they had washrooms in Cessna. Yeah, mine is a you know like a custom designed one. I specially ordered it. Well, you don't know actually. Did I go to washroom? Did you hear that or no? That's the thing, right? Because in real life, pilots have like for Cessna like this, they have these bags, specialized bags that you can, you know, do your business in. Of course, for long flights. One of those gold designs. I think I heard a flush. You didn't. Anyway, yeah, maybe I have those bags, but I just switch my camera, so when I use that bag, you don't see me. I, you know, you never know, right? I neither approve or deny it. The fact that I like how I do my business. Maybe I just, you know, just keep it as a, I'll keep it as a mystery. And can't you just pee out the window? Well, I mean, you don't want to do that, because then I mean, I don't want to go into the details, but your thing might freeze up. Yeah, it's like minus 12 degrees, and that's static temperature. So I don't know the formula right now, top of my head. So you have to have this, the like static air temperature, and then you have the wind speed, like your air speed, the speed that the wind is blowing, also the temperature. Sorry, humidity, relative humidity, which is very low right now. The lower the humidity is, the lower wind chill becomes. So all of these factors in that minus 12 degrees, if you put your hand, if you stick your hand outside of the window, you know, it might be like minus 60 degrees. I don't know. Like we have to, it is like it is possible to calculate it. So yeah, you might not want to do that. Anyway, I was going to say that, you know, to have the highest amount of immersion, maybe I have those pilot bags like here in my, you know, at the corner here, or my maybe my Cessna is like very custom made and it has a washroom, but no, it doesn't. What I have though, like what I have, we've actually discussed this in the sim, in the previous streams. In real life, in order to extend the range of their small airplanes, you can actually put like an auxiliary tank back here, and there is like I think I mentioned it to you. I don't know if you were on the stream that time I was explaining it, because I had a long flight in order to reach to Iqaluit from Schefferville, and basically the main tanks of Cessna was not enough for that long range. So what I did, I mean, I don't have any specific means in the sim to show it, like, but in real life you can have this tank, and then you have this hand pump, and when it's needed, you basically, like you know how you pump, for example, your bicycle, something like that, but there's like a liquid like approved pump for fuel, and then from this tank in the back seat you pump it to your main tank in your wings. So that's what I did actually, and in order to count for that, to make it more realistic, I added weight. I added the weight of that fuel as my cargo basically. So for the flight around the world, I usually have like 150 pounds of equipment, like different random things, right? Like I rounded up the things that are required, and it was roughly like 150 pounds. Like for example, I don't know, a tent, a wetsuit, like food, water, stuff like that, like, you know, emergency equipment, like satellite, you know, phone, flare, things like that. And then I for these long flights, I add 75 pounds, like 2 times 75, so even it out to the left and right, so 150 pounds of fuel. That is almost 25 gallons of fuel. So this, when you see passenger left and right, these are actually my, like, the fuel in my auxiliary tank. Socks and underwear, yes, those two as well, that's right. Like all of the cargo that I'm carrying. Exactly. For this flight, I actually didn't need that fuel. I just put it up to make it count for any sort of like headwind. Like if you have headwind, it slows you down. So it reduces your range. Then you might actually run out of fuel because there is no airport like in this part of the world, really. Like there is no alternative airport that I can land in an emergency situation. That's why I just filled it up to be safe. Anyway, we are reaching to the last leg of this flight, guys. So the last one was, what was it, 58 nautical miles? I checked it. Yeah, 56 nautical miles. And then we can start our approach after that. And to make it even more interesting, here's a fun fact, by the way. This airport has no ILS. So it's pitch dark, we can't see anything, and there is no ILS. So much fun, so much excitement. Oh my god, it's gonna be so challenging. Like, look at this. I'll show you the charts. Congrats on 50, by the way. Thank you very much. Thank you for all your support, everyone. I mentioned it before, and I actually did a semi-dance. I shook my wings. I can't do like crazy maneuvers in this aircraft at this altitude, but I'll do like a proper rolling, like a, I don't know, different maneuvers in a proper, more appropriate airplane that is capable of doing those maneuvers. So yeah, this is, I'm expecting that we're gonna land in runway 11. So we just have to, yeah, barrel roll, yeah, sure, that's what I will do, but not in Cessna again, especially not at this altitude, because definitely I will lose my control. And I don't even know, you shouldn't actually do barrel roll in Cessna, because it might actually overstress the structure of your airframe. But I'll jump into one of those extra aircrafts, extras, yeah, something like that, yeah, extra 300. I'll do a barrel roll in that too. So yeah, I just have to kind of go by these charts, and there is no ILS and there is no moon in the sky, so we can't even use the moon's light to kind of see what's going on. Yeah, maybe not this flight, crash and have to do this leg again. Yeah, that's the last thing I want to do. On behalf of the followers, we would like to see you creep. What? Oh. Okay. Let's do anything like crazy like that during daytime, and with a proper aircraft. Setup tour. What do you mean setup tour? You thought that's what he meant? I'm not getting it. I mean the bowling. Oh, plane, not the house. Okay, we can do that. Two boots. Oh, like I see what you're saying. Like my setup here. I guess I can do that. I mean, it's not something crazy though. I just have to clean up my desk though, because this is a this is my multi-purpose desk, so I have other things here, but I don't know. I can do that, but again, it's not something crazy, because like I don't even have my honeycomb alpha yet. So if I have that, then that would be more exciting. Make it special editions for fan. Yes, I will do that. Wait on your new stuff to come in. Okay, yeah, that's more exciting. Yes, I'll do that. You can see inside the cockpit from here. Look. They still look. Both of us still have our sunglasses on. We can't see anything if we still have sunglasses on, because we are still cool. Yeah, when the honeycomb comes in, unboxing on stream. Okay. I'll consider that. Okay, sure. You look like the Terminator. What, from outside the cockpit? Did it look like Terminator? Oh, uh, the bad Terminator. The what was it? T1? No. The liquid metal guy. Going to need a second camera for just the honeycomb stick. I've been actually thinking about it, Boots. That's something I would like to do, that especially like during landing, yes, and takeoff, like basically switch on the my yoke setup. So that would be actually, I've been thinking about it, but then yeah, I need, for that I need a more powerful PC for my stream. That's the thing. Right now my because I think I told you, you've seen it actually, that my streaming PC is my laptop right now. I don't stream on the same PC, and right now all of the USBs are on my streaming laptop is saturated. So like I can't connect a second webcam unless I put the webcam, a second webcam, on my gaming PC, and basically put the the webcam view somehow on top of the flight sim, for only for those specific times. It'll block my view. Like right now I don't see anything of whatever you see on the screen, of course. Like I only have the sim in front of me, but I can just bring that as a layover. Like I don't know, I have to think about it, but that's something I would like to do, and I'll consider that. You are a cloud ops. Can't you just move all the compute to the cloud? But you need to have like hardware interface first, right? Like my problem is not compute power right now. My problem is the ports, the limited number of bandwidth on my streaming PC. And I don't want to stream on my gaming PC. That kills the I mean, it doesn't kill it, but it definitely consumes some of the power. I want to have the entire power just for my sim, to get the highest highest frame rate possible. But yeah, but as this whole streaming thing progresses and gets better, um, I I will I will improve it. That's the goal, like, for sure. Like if I can find justification for it, like I will improve the quality of the stream. Like I add stuff that you guys can see it. Any ideas for the next follower goal? I don't know. Well, we still have 19 days to go, so I was actually thinking to just leave it as is and see how far we can go, like above 100%. Like, I don't know. Are we gonna reach like 120, 150%? Like, I wonder. And then I'll do like another. I'll set another goal on after December. Sorry, not December. October 31st. How is? What do you think about that? You think next 50 are going to be a grind, a fun grind? Yeah, I'll set that after October 31st. That was my initial goal. Like that's why you see 19 days to go. I don't know, maybe by that time, if the honeycomb alpha is arrived, and if I reach that second goal, I'll do that. I don't know. It's hard to predict when it arrives, right? Like, they keep emailing us saying, yeah, it's gonna be like this week of this month, but then sometimes it changes. So I didn't get the first patch that came out, so I'm waiting for the second patch, which is like 2 weeks from now. If I'm lucky, I'm gonna be on that second patch. If I'm not, it's gonna be another 2 weeks. So it's just a game of waiting at this point. But it'll be funny, right? Like if I get that upgrade, like mid-flight around the world, like, oh yeah, like I jumped from stick to yoke, like me. Are you live on YouTube too? No, I only have, I've never been live on YouTube, but I upload all of these streams to my YouTube channel. I've never tried to go live on YouTube. I still have like a big backlog. Like none of my flights are still on YouTube yet, because I have one more video to upload from my The Last of Us Part 2 stream. When I upload the last episode, that's the end of it, and then I have my review part. I'll upload that too, and then after that I'll upload this Flight Around the World series. I have like, yeah, right now I have at least eight long videos in my backlog to upload. Can't you just do it? It doesn't harm you. Like simultaneously? I don't know. Is it possible to can you do it with one streaming PC, like both on YouTube and Twitch? But then here's the thing. Like right now I'm able to fully interact with you guys, right? I can focus on what you're talking about, and then I focus on you. Let's say, like theoretically, I do it on both platforms, like stream it simultaneously on YouTube and Twitch. Then I will have a hard time to focus and pay attention to what you're saying. Like I have to keep switching back and forth. And when I talk, for example, let's you say something, right? And then people on YouTube, of course, they can't see the chat on Twitch, and they're wondering like what this guy is talking about. What is he talking about, right? Like they have no idea, and vice versa. So I don't know if it's a good idea. What's the plan for uploading flights? Not full flights, probably just highlights. Yeah, probably just highlights, because I don't think anyone would want to like watch like each of these like Flight Around the Worlds are at least an hour and a half, right? An hour and a half, and these ones are long flights, 3 hours, 4 hours. So there is no way anyone wants to watch all of that. So I'll probably just make like highlights, like takeoff, and then exciting, like if there's any scenery or anything like crazy happens mid-flight, I'll add those, and then basically either cut them or just like fast forward them very quickly, so you can see just going through the path very quickly if there's nothing's going on. As you are live, probably possible to go on both. Well, I've seen like big streamers do that, but I mean, first of all, they are big streamers. I'm not a big streamer. I'm still relatively new, and I don't know. I think I'd rather to just stay on Twitch for now until I'm like until I have like a good or build up a good community of people, and maybe like can have our group flights and stuff like that. It's easier to focus on it and then upload my stuff on YouTube as like a, I don't know, like a library of things, like a catalog of stuff. Isn't there a program to combine all the chats from multiple servers? Good question. Maybe there is. I don't know, to be honest. But I've seen like big streamers, not gaming, like for example Linus Tech Tip. Whenever they stream on at least both platforms. I don't know about other platforms, but they have like a lot of equipments. Maybe they have like multiple capture cards and multiple people managing them. Maybe for his side, I think his concern was for us not seeing it. Yes, exactly, that's what I mean. For the viewers, like if they are not sure what I'm talking about until I specifically read each line, and but they still don't see that line. They're wondering, oh, why I don't see those messages. I think this is more personal. Like that's the goal, right? Like I want to have interactions, like more of a personal interaction with the viewers. Like I don't want to be just a broadcaster that can't interact with the viewers. That would be so, like, I don't know, it doesn't have a spirit in it, I think, if that makes sense. But I don't think it would be an issue. If I'm honest, you always read chat out loud, which is great. I've seen streamers that share their chats on the screen. That's a good idea. I've seen that. Well, these are things to think about, right? Of course. And I appreciate all of the inputs for sure. Another thing that you need to consider when you want to do that is your upload bandwidth. And with my internet speed, there is no way I can upload in 2 different platforms simultaneously. Like my up speed is not that great. So even the fact that I can upload this stream as 1080p, it's pretty good. Like I can't, for example, upload something on, like I actually have, after this stream, I have to upload my the last episode of The Last of Us Part 2, but I didn't do it right now because I don't want to saturate the bandwidth because of this stream. Combine all chats, then put them on screen. Don't you have fiber? No, I don't. No. My up speed is 15 megabit per second. Boo, yeah, I know, boo. The down speed is not that bad, but up speed is only 15, and right now I'm using half of it. So the other half is for anything else. That, I mean, sometimes even the up speed just drops. Dude, my up is 100. Well, you're fancy, you're in... I'm not that fancy. I tried to get fiber. Guys, these things cost money. I'm poor. Yeah, I'm in a small city. Internet here is expensive. You need to go premium. I can't pay for premium stuff. Maybe soon in the future, okay? My down was 1.5 gig and up was 950 when you lived in old... Well, in my dreams. It's all about how you can justify it, right? Like, if I have the justification, I'll do that. but right now I don't know, like it from an economic point of view, it's all about Benjamins. I'm not sure what that means. You had zero justification. American 100 bill. Oh, okay. Benjamins. I didn't know it's called Benjamins. I just had it because it was so crazy. Okay. Well, if I want to do that, here's the thing. If I spend that much money for my internet bandwidth, then I can't save up for the second webcam, right? So which one do you prefer? Do you want me to have a second webcam for the my yoke view during takeoff and landing, or do you want for me to spend that money over the month in a year on internet bandwidth that I don't use and you don't even notice it? So I think it's better to improve the quality of the stream, that you guys can actually feel it or see it. Because of the picture of the president. Oh, okay, the American $100 bill. Okay. I got it. Yeah, I got it. What's the ETE? 13 minutes. 13 minutes to our destination, guys. Aye, Captain. What's that blinky thing? Is that our airport? We got a new follower. Your typical Kid 32. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome aboard. Guys, we have visual on the runway. Oh my god, can you believe that? That is so lucky to have that. Did you predict? Yes, okay. You're talking about the landing predictions? Go easy on me, guys. For anyone who has joined us recently, we are on our path to fly around the world. We are not descending, so I can actually show you what we are doing. We are flying around the world in Cessna 172, the classic version. I mean semi-classic version. We still have GPS, but it's not Garmin 1000. I prefer the classic version. And this is our flight path. The red ones are what we have flown so far, and the last one, which is this, we just crossed the Greenland, and we are landing in Kulusuk. And the blue lines are our future flight plans. I still have to update this because I'm gonna actually fly to Germany after reaching to Paris and fly through the Alps. That would be so amazing. And then I will most likely I will add the tour of Africa and Australia in addition to that. So instead of going through this north of Africa, I'll go to the southern part of Africa and then go back up to Middle East and Southeast Asia. So yeah, that's the crazy thing that we are doing. Just as a quick brief. Predict 86. Okay. You have so much faith in me, Boots. Yeah, look, I don't think location is one of the commands. All of the commands for flight are in my, in my profile. Can I predict? Can I repredict? Yes, you can. I think it'll update it. I'm just waiting for the controller to give me clearance. Oh no, actually, never mind, guys. I'm gonna just switch to the airport. Runway 11.
Bravo Golf Kilo Kilo traffic garage Charlie Alpha 00A 20 miles west 14,000 feet inbound to land runway 11.
Okay, setting heading. What is the price for getting it right? I'll do another barrel roll for you in extra 300. For now, until I get the I get rich, and then maybe in the future we will have prizes that directly benefit you. How's that, Boots? Nice, okay. I'm glad you're happy with that. Okay, guys, I need to focus here for the approach. Let's descend to 3000. It's good that we have visual on the runway at this altitude, guys. I was so worried about that. It's pitch dark, like I can't see anything. Like maybe there is something visible, like a tiny bit, but because of my lights, the projectors here, and because I can't see anything really outside of the cockpit, except the blinking light of the runway. So let's hope that I don't screw this up. Oh, actually, oh my god, I can't believe I missed this. We have ADF here right in front of the runway. That is sweet. Why I missed that? That's 377. There we go. Oops, what did I do? Okay. Bam. Nice. Okay, at least we have a little bit of nav aid. You changed your prediction, Armin? 95. Okay. That's the goal, to land below 100 feet per minute, to have a nice touchdown. Okay, so let me see. Runway 11. The heading would be 107. 107. Okay. You were way up. What did you predict before? Okay. I need to okay, let's just disengaging autopilot. I was gonna type 60, but it came out as 160. Oh, okay. I mean, 160 is still okay, but it might scare you a little bit. I'm too high. I need to descend faster. But I can't descend too fast. Actually, I'm gonna go for a 360 degrees turn here, guys, because I'm too high. It's not safe to dive down at. Okay, this is 110. 1, 2, 3. 107. I'm gonna zoom in on the map for you guys to see. I was waiting for the controller to give me clearance to descend, but I totally forgot that I actually canceled the IFR plan. So I was just having a flight following, not IFR. Okay, I'm gonna go for another turn. That's actually a thing that you can do in a holding pattern. So if you're too high and too close to your destination airport, you can actually go to these holding patterns. You turn around, and then you slowly come down. But of course, you can't do that like at any location you want. It has to be like a specific approved holding pattern point. Why didn't you just do an infinity? Infinity of what? What do you mean? Instead of turning twice. I'm not sure about in the infinity part. To get farther from the airport. Oh, well, I don't want to go farther from the airport because there are like mountains ahead of us and I can't see anything. Like I have my approach chart and there are like mountains after the airport. I don't want to reach there. Like right now it's ocean. I mean, it's just sea right now in front of us. Between us and the runway, it's just sea. So I know like where the ground is, or water is actually. 4,000 feet to the ground. Okay, guys, I'm going to actually go to focus mode, sanitize cockpit environment now. So I will actually don't look at the chat because I don't see anything except the runway lights. So I need to focus. So sorry if I'm not looking at the chat. I'll read any message that you might put in after I land. Okay, flaps 10. I see some lights at the shore That's set for the ground, but then nothing else except the runway lights. Maybe you guys can see because I have so much light right directly in my eyes. Okay, we are gonna pass the ADF point very soon, this yellow arrow here. As soon as we pass it, this arrow would be turn around. Like, that's the beacon light. Flaps 20. I'm still too fast for this altitude basically. One more flaps. Such a tiny airport. It doesn't even have like proper taxiway.
Bravo Golf Kilo Kilo traffic garage Charlie Alpha 008 is on final runway 11 to land.
We just passed the ADF point station. Airport altitude 117. Oh my god. Oh wow, that was a little bit harder than what I wanted. But I couldn't see anything until the last second. But we are here. Wow. Okay. Parking brakes set. And lights off. I'm gonna do a barrel roll in daylight to celebrate the 50th, reaching the goal. Hey, we have a new follower, flightsimulator CA. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome aboard. We are. I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do like a stunt flight to celebrate all of the followers that have been so kind and supporting this channel. So I was we are basically, I don't know if you were watching this before, but we are trying to fly around the world in Cessna 172. But of course I didn't want to do barrel roll and stuff like that in Cessna 172 during my main flight. So we are just gonna do it here in Tokyo and this much powerful aircraft. Okay, you need PCI Express Gen 4. I don't know, man. This is like I have it on my NVMe drive, PCI Gen 3. Okay. Uh, I mean, but it's updated Tokyo area, so it is very intense. Okay, let's go. Okay, disclaimer, I'm not like a stunt pilot, okay? Whoa, this aircraft is just crazy. Jesus. Whoa. I need to get used to the flight characteristics of it. Okay, let's get out of the cockpit. Wow. The frame rate is so low. Yeah, it is. The update is like crazy, but it kills the frame rate. I mean, it's real weather as well, so that has a great impact on the frame rate.
Tokyo approach Araj Charlie Alpha 008 is type extra 303 miles northwest of Tokyo. Request flight following.
See, I told you I'm not a stunt pilot, but I'm trying. I'm sure there are people who do a better job than me. Okay, that was a failed attempt of inverted flying.
Copy Araj Charlie Alpha 008.
Okay. Here's invert flight. Again, for the 100th time, I'm not a stunt pilot, okay? I'm good at following the rules. Okay, let's enjoy the view as well. Keep spinning. Oh, predictions won't work, Boots. Sorry, that's the basically predictions come from this add-on that I have, Sim Toolkit Pro, and that only works when it's running. I closed that because that was basically logging my fly around the world, so the predictions won't work. Sorry. I mean, I can actually start it again. Let me try it. I'm gonna start that Sim Toolkit add-on again. Connect to the sim. Okay, try it again. Have a guess again. See if it works. I want to keep like just do one roll. There we go. Yes. Not a valid guess. Guess. Okay, now it's working. That was 3/4 of a turn. See, it has a lot of momentum. Like I have to stop the rolling before I reach that point. Oof, that was like 1/4 extra. Front flip. Is that what you mean by front flip? I'm not familiar with the terms, to be honest, like all of the Sure. What's front flip? That's the G warning, like too much of G. Okay, let's go around that kind of a Eiffel Tower, similar to Eiffel Tower thingy. I don't think blackout is actually modeled yet. That would be a nice thing to add. Okay, if I go to the cockpit again. See, that's the G meter. I mean the acceleration. So if I reset it, okay, let's see how much G I can apply. The faster I go, the higher the G forces would be, right? Okay, so 5 Gs. You would definitely pass out without a flight suit at 5 Gs. Like if you don't have these like fighter jet suits that basically tighten your leg to push the blood up into your brain, you will pass out. You will, I mean, you don't pass out, but you will black out and you will lose the control of the aircraft most likely. Okay, let's try it again. I'm gonna dive down to speed up a little bit. Okay, 200 knots. 7. Okay, 7 Gs. We reached 7 Gs. Is that good enough, Armin? You will have to pretend to black out. Okay, well, this is what happens. If you black out, you will lose any sort of control on your hands. So basically, if you pull up too fast and then you pass out, right, and then it takes time for you to gain consciousness again, and then by the time that you kind of realize what's going on, you're stalling like this, and then oh shit, like I have to control it again. Like that is only if you black out briefly. So we were like in a kind of a good altitude, I think. But if you're too close to ground and you black out, you don't have enough time to actually realize what's going on and gain to your consciousness. I think I got migraine.
125.4 Rush Charlie Alpha 008. Tokyo approach Rush Charlie Alpha 008.
Did you get dizzy?
600 feet.
Rush Charlie Alpha 008, Tokyo approach, continue as planned. Altimeter 29
Okay, I'm gonna try something. I actually have a pedal that I haven't been. Oh my god, I think it crashed. I mean the sim crashed, not me. That was too much for it. Oh okay, no, never mind. Keep the default. Let me. Okay, let me see. Here's the problem. The reason I don't use it is because I have my chair has, like, oh, of course, wheels, and if I use my pedals, my chair goes back. So I've got these wheels that basically is similar to like skate rollers, and I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it locks. So it locks my chair in place. Like right now, if I try to use the pedal, like I have to hold myself so I don't go back. Right now I'm using the pedal, So, okay. See if I can use that mid-flight with this airplane. But I have to use this hand to hold myself in place. And then I'm gonna use a specific maneuver. Okay. Let me see. Okay, that's the rudder. Good. Okay, the maneuver that I'm gonna try is that I'm gonna go up. Okay. I'm gonna go up until I kill the speed. That's actually a real maneuver that they practice. Oh shit. Okay, that's too much. No, that didn't go well.
119.35 Mirage Charlie Alpha 008. Tokyo
So basically,
Mirage Charlie Alpha
I want to
008,
go
2,700
up
feet.
until I kill my speed completely and then roll down like this and come back and then go back to where I was coming from. That's an actual maneuver that they practice. I don't know the purpose of it, but it's like one of the hard control things that they need to learn, like the stunt flyers. Okay, let me try again.
125.4
You have to look to your left or right.
Tokyo approach Mirage Charlie Alpha 008, 3,300 feet.
And then okay, that's so hard. Okay, but it kind of worked again because my chair just rolls back. I have a hard time, like somebody has to hold my chair so I don't go back. So what is it? Let me see. Oops. Cessna 150, like an actual seat of a Cessna aircraft. $700 for that. Okay. Do stunt between the buildings. Well, that's dangerous. I don't want to hit the buildings, but okay. If it's enough of clearance. Let me see. Where are we? Yeah, I think it's too condensed. I mean, I can't do it really. Like it's not. The mayor has already given the green light. Wow, okay. I must be very famous and professional in stunt flying. See, you need to know the exact layout of the buildings. Well, there's so much turbulence. Fly in the canal. Well, it's kind of like too much of a risk, but guys. Here. It's too condensed. Like there's too many buildings. Like it doesn't have enough clearance to fly like really in between the buildings. Look at these buildings. Wow. Look at the amount of details. It's crazy. The frame rate sucks though. It's killing it. Like I wonder, let me see, okay, I'm gonna check the frame rate quickly. Let me turn on the... Wow, 20, 23, 24. That is so low. I mean, it's on ultra, right? Like everything is completely cranked up, so... Time for 3090, yeah. In my dreams. Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time. Let me secure myself. I know probably you don't get excited for this maneuver, but because it's a real thing, I kinda want to try it one more time. So I'm gonna go up 90 degrees. Okay, until the speed dies. And rudder, full rudder. Wow, holy shit, it worked. It worked exactly as I wanted. Yeah, the rudder actually like helps. Like it's a huge game changer. Like again, like I'm using my hand to hold on my desk so my desk doesn't go back. I mean, sorry, my chair doesn't roll back. That's how you fall into spin. Like using rudder and then spinning like that, you basically kill the lift, and it's called kind of flat spin, sort of, but it was like very mild one. Wow, the flight dynamics are much better than P3D for sure. Like I've done a little bit of these. What? Go under? It won't. You can't probably do that. I saw somebody tried it, and they crashed because the bridges. Well, I'm not sure about this one because this is handmade, but the basically AI bridges, like if you try to go under the bridges, AI thinks they are like a solid structure, so you basically crash into the nothing. Like there's nothing there, but you crash into them because the AI thinks it's a solid structure. It's not empty. Like underneath it, it's not empty. But I'm not sure about this bridge because this looks like this. Well, I'm not sure. I don't want to risk it. Like during the stream, I don't want to crash into a bridge because, well, I don't know. Let's try it just to celebrate. Woo! And I told you. So that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you very much for sticking around, and I hope to see you soon again and we will continue our flight around the world. This is Arash signing off. Bye.